Hello viewers, as I am uploading the videos of UPSC IS CS main exam mathematics optional paper. So this is first video of complex variables. Though this complex algebra is not directly as a part of syllabus, but before going to complex variables, let's see that the concepts of complex algebra. So what is complex number? Complex numbers can be defined as ordered pairs xy of real numbers. It can be expressed as z is equal to x plus iy. Xy belongs to R, where I is an imaginary number and can be written as I is equal to minus 1 under root, that is I square is equal to 1, and real of z is equal to x and imaginary of z is equal to y. So this is the definition of complex number, and this is the way we can write down. X is the real part labeled as real z, y is the imaginary part labeled as imaginary z. In general, x plus iy is not equal to y plus ix. Z1 is equal to Z2. These two are the complex numbers. Z1 is a complex number and Z2 is also a complex number if and only if x1 is equal to x2 and y1 is equal to y2. The following are frequently used forms of representations of complex numbers. So this is the Cartesian representation, z is equal to x plus iy, and polar representation we may write down that z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So if we compare these two, z is equal to x plus 1 iy and z is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta, we may write down x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. Or in another form we can write down that z is equal to r e to the power I theta. So this is basically r and this is e to the power I theta, and here we have defined this, the complex number in this figure. This is x, value of x is equal to r cos theta, and this is x-axis. Basically this point is xy point, this is y point, y is r sin theta, this is y direction basically, and this angle is theta, we are measuring from x-axis, and this length is r, that is the distance between the origin and the given point is r. So we can write down e to the power I theta, we know is equal to cos theta plus I sin theta. So we can write down x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. And r is the modulus or magnitude of z, and theta is argument or phase of z. Graphically we have represented here in this figure 1. This is the Cartesian form, and in figure 2, which is in the next slide, that is the polar form. So let's see what is here the polar form. Here we can see this is the polar form, and let's see what is it exactly. This is the circle, unit circle you may say, or it may have some radius. So x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. So this is x value and this is y value from here to here. This is origin basically. So 0 to this point is x and 0 to this point is y, which is equal to r cos theta, y, and y is equal to r sin theta. Theta is obviously this angle we have measured from x-axis. R is the distance between origin and the point. Point is z is equal to x plus iy. We can write down x comma y, and of course this is real z, which is x, and this is imaginary z, which is y. So we know that in previous slide we have written z is equal to r e to the power I theta, which is equal to r cos theta plus I sin theta. So if we write the value of r, this is equal to under root x square plus y square, and tan theta is equal to y upon x. So this is the polar representation of the complex number. Now let's see magnitude and theta value. So this is the magnitude or modulus or absolute value of a complex number is the square root of the sum of squares of the real and imaginary numbers or parts. So we have seen in the previous slide also, mod z is equal to mod x plus iy, which is equal to under root x square plus y square is equal to r. So we can write down r square is equal to x square plus y square. So mod z is equal to r, which is equal to under root x square plus y square. That is the modulus gives the distance of the point x plus iy from the origin. So we have seen the r is the distance between origin and the given point, and which is equal to under root x square plus y square. Otherwise also you can see from the figure that from that point the perpendicular cuts at x-axis, that distance is x, and perpendicular from the point to y-axis, that point gives us y. So under root x square plus y, it's a right angle triangle, so under root x square plus y square gives us r. This is the equation of circle centered at the origin of radius r. So we can see that in figure 3, theta is tan inverse y upon x, because we know tan theta is y upon x. This is called argument of z, denoted by argument of z. This is the notation. Theta can have any number of values differing by multiples of 2 pi, because it is the complete circle 0 to 2 pi. So generally minus pi is less than theta is less than pi. Is called the principal value. So this is the minus pi is less than theta less than equal to pi, it is written here, is called the principal value. So we know now what is modulus, what is the equation of the circle. Mod z is equal to x plus iy is the equation of the circle, or in this form we can say that x square plus y square is equal to r square is the equation of the circle. Origin is center, radius is r, and we know that theta is the argument of z, denoted by tan inverse y upon x, and theta, which can differ by number of values, multiples of 2 pi, and when we say theta lies between minus pi to pi, minus pi is less than theta is less than equal to pi, we get the principal value of theta. So let's see now figure 3. Figure 3 gives us this, that it's almost same as it was figure 2. This is our real z, this is our imaginary z, this is x-axis, this is y-axis. So this is x, this is y, and this value is x value, which is r cos theta. This is r cos theta, this is r sin theta, this angle is theta, point is here, this is the point, and r square is equal to x square plus y square, and this is our circle and its equation. So mod z square is equal to r square, which is equal to x square plus y square. In other words, r is equal to under root x square plus y square. So we got our equation of circle. Now let's see suppose we wish to find the region corresponding to mod z square is equal to x square plus y square, which is less than r square. So this is in figure 4. So the whole area inside this circle is, because it is less than r square, so boundary is not coming into picture. So we will take the whole region which is inside this circle. So x square plus y square is equal to mod z square is less than r square, and this would be a disk centered at the origin of radius r. Region will be without circumference. If it is the equation is that mod z square is less than equal to r square, then this boundary will also come into picture. We will consider this boundary also in our figure. Now let's see if we change or shift our center from origin to some another point. So this was the origin, this point is origin 0 0, but we have taken now center of the circle as x0 y0. So this becomes x0 y0, which is equal to z0. Z0 means z0 is equal to x0 plus iy0, and this is the radius of this circle. So we know this is our real axis, that is real z x axis. This is imaginary axis, imaginary z, and we say y axis. And here this comes x minus x0 square plus y minus y0 square is equal to z minus z0 square is less than r square is equal to z minus z0 square. So this is the equation of the circle when our center is not at 0 0 but it is x0 y0. So we can rewrite our equation and can represent the circle on the plane. Now let's see the meaning of mod z minus z0 square. What is it? Earlier we had seen mod z square. In that case center was 0 0, but here center is x0 y0, which is equal to z0. Z0 is x0 plus iy0. So we see that z minus z0 whole square is less than r square. This would be a disk centered at z0 of radius r. So we can write down in terms of x0 y0, this becomes z minus z0 mod square is equal to x minus x0 square plus y minus y0 square is less than r square. So when it is z minus z0 mod is less than r, it is an open disk, means we won't be considering boundary in the figure, boundary of the circle in the figure or in the region. And when mod z minus z0 is less than equal to r, it is a closed disk. So we will be considering the boundary, that is the circumference of the circle, also in the region, along with the region inside that circumference. Now let's see some polar representation or Cartesian representation of in this slide we see the product of two numbers in polar form and then product of n numbers in polar form. So z1 is equal to r1 cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 and z2 is equal to r cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. These are two numbers and we are multiplying these two numbers. Z1 z2 is equal to r cos theta 1 plus I sin theta 1 into r2 cos theta 2 plus I sin theta 2. We can multiply these two and can write as r1 into r2 and bracket is cos theta 1 cos theta 2 plus sin theta 1 sin theta 2 plus I cos theta 1 sin theta 2 plus sin theta 1 cos theta 2. Further we can write down them in this form, and suppose there are, instead of two numbers we have many numbers, say n numbers, so this will become r1 r2 up to rn and this will become theta 1 plus theta 2 up to theta n, and here theta 1 plus theta 2 up to theta n, and this is what we have written here. If z1 z2 zn are n numbers and multiply, we are doing this is the multiplication sign, so this gives us r1 r2 up to rn cos theta 1 plus theta 2 up to theta n plus I sin theta 1 plus theta 2 up to theta n. And suppose these numbers are equal and they are equal to z, then we will be having this as z to the power n r cos theta plus sin theta to the power n r to the power n cos n theta plus I sin n theta, and then we can write down this z to the power n r to the power n e to the power I n theta, which is the de Moivre's theorem. And then we can have complex conjugate number, so z is equal to x plus iy, its complex conjugate is x minus iy, and we denote it by z bar. So we can write down z into z bar is equal to x square plus y square is equal to mod z square. So z into z bar is equal to mod z square, which is equal to x square plus y square, which is equal to r square. So we have mod z is equal to mod z bar.